really. We're the kings of the Sunday, on the booth on a Monday.
Yes, guys, it's your boy DC.
Yo, it's Lenzo Zeus.
Boom, it's Jamie.
And we're here today with our new signing, Jamie. Jamie, how are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How's everyone?
I'm good, man. Good, man.
Yeah,
It's been a wet day today.
Definitely.
Wet day, and it's good to have you here because we've had the experienced boys in with having Marvin and Jid here, but it's also good to have our new signings in because we want to know a little bit about you. Okay, you've made some noise for the football team so far.
Yeah.
You've been a pivotal signing. You scored some really good goals, especially in the pre-season friendly when
Top goal scorer as well, I think.
top goal scorer, joint top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You scored a fantastic solo goal against Blxck, which will be displayed right here. So yeah, how is things? Like how's your time at DC been? And just how is things?
Do you know what? Yeah, for me, like when it comes to like Sunday's team, you don't really have. I played for one before last year, and that was okay. I didn't really get the kind of vibe, but this time round, yeah, it's not like this. It's not like the team's good, not just good. It's like the vibe and everything, and that's when you go to a new team, you always want to have that vibe with something like with players, with the coach and everything. Even the players that don't play, like yourself, except for yourself and Jay as well. Like we don't. It's not a case of we get along with everyone, innit? So the vibe is just, it's a good vibe still. So I really like it.
Cool, man. That's good. So the first thing I want to ask, because I asked all the guests we've had on so far, is what does grassroots football mean to you?
Do you know? It means a lot because that's where I kind of started from. It's not like I was playing at school or not. I literally started at grassroots because I started football quite late. I started at like 14.
Okay, cool, yeah.
And then from then on, I just went strength for strength, and literally I haven't gone past grassroots. It's always somehow come back to me when I was playing semi-pro, and then I dropped down. I was back at my grassroots level, so I always end up coming back. It's a special feeling for me.
Do you think that without grassroots football, and it's important we say this because, like you just touched base on it there, grassroots has like a pivotal part in everyone's life. Do you feel like if grassroots was taken away from like everyone to have access to, it would have a huge impact in not only the development of players, but also like the mental well-being of an individual? Because I know like during the lockdown period, a lot of people are going through some tough times in regards to not being able to play football, because football is obviously more than just playing football. For some people it's an outlet, isn't it? So
you express yourself.
Exactly. So do you what do you think about like grassroots football in terms of what would happen if it was like taken away and how the implications would have? Like you said, it would have a massive impact because you get a lot of people that just work 9 to 5 and they use grassroots football as a way to kind of enjoy themselves. If that was taken away a lot, they wouldn't have nothing to go to, because you can see on the trains and everything, like a lot of people are stressed and like they use football as a way to kind of a stress relief. And grassroots football, you meet all kinds of people, so it's not like those kind of people are on their own. They're with a lot of other people. So even with young kids as well, like a lot of young players, they're not going to get to that big level. Obviously you can dream and everything, but sometimes they might not. So grassroots football allows them to enjoy football with the same kind of crowd, the same amount of people. So it would have a massive impact on life, to be fair, in my opinion. No, I agree. And I think that's why it's important that as a collective we try to wrap around the grassroots and do what we can for it, just so to make sure that we don't lose it. And that all comes down to the little things like making sure that there's enough pitches to play on, making sure they're all catered for, and just to make sure that, you know, as a collective we can kind of put cotton wool around grassroots football, because it's not only where a lot of players start, and I think that's where Marvin said as well, like a lot of players finish their careers there as well. And it's obviously an outlet for everyone, in it. So you've had obviously you're a lot younger than Marvin and Jid, and obviously your career kind of timeline is a different place to theirs, because they're at the end of their career and they've had a career, whereas you're still up on the rise. So just tell us a bit about yourself, like your age, where football started for you, and stuff like that. And like obviously what you're doing now in terms of football as well. So
I'm 22. In terms of my football career, like I've started off at grassroots football, but then I had opportunities. So I went to play in Essex. That was quite big, because a lot of players there were kind of on the verge of getting scouted and whatnot. Like a lot of scouts of their West Ham came down to watch a player, Chelsea. So I've been in that kind of squad where players were getting scouted. And then I went to go play for Holmesdale and Lucian Borough. Then that was step 6, and that was that level that I didn't expect it, because I was playing with a lot of older players. I started, I think 20 when I went to play for Lucian Borough, and then just the demand for it, and that's when I kind of loved football even more, because I was like to myself, okay, I can kick on from here. And then one thing led to another, and I just didn't end up getting any higher, but I didn't want to stop playing football. That's something I love, and any moment, every day, I somehow tune into football. That's why football it's a big thing for me. So even if, like I said, I'm 22, and even if I don't think I'm going to get to that level, yes, I can dream. But if I don't think to it, I will still want to be involved in football. So at the moment, I do radio. So ideally, I'd want to be able to go into that field of presenting football games, even having my own fan channel, stuff like that. I want to be able to have an influence in football, even if it's not to players, to young players, somehow have an influence. So I haven't had a big career, but I've had a point where I've nearly got to that level. So
So we'll take it back a tiny bit then. So you said you started playing football late.
Yeah.
How late was you when you started playing properly?
14. I was playing in school, but then properly on a Sunday, it was around 14.
So was there any time, like from 14, was there a time where, you thought like you could actually, because playing football at 14, taking it like seriously, like, that is a kind of late age.
Yeah.
So was there any time from like post 14 where you thought, you know what, I'm actually a talented player and I can kind of take this to like another level as high as I can, which isn't an amateur level?
Yeah, no. I think that season, all I scored was tap-ins, and I was known for my pace. So then when I kept burning players all the time, I knew like, all right, this is let me utilize this. And then I was always scoring goals at the back post all the time, and so like Real Madrid, so the amount of tap-ins they score, I was always scoring them. So then from then on, I kind of like, okay. And then when I went to sixth form, that's when it proper kicked in, because I remember what
did you do at sixth form? Like, what sixth form did you go to? And did you do like
done a football program?
A football program?
Yeah, charter program
With Charlton?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It was in Orpington. And
What
then
sixth form was it?
The Priory.
Oh, right.
It's not called that now. It's called the Harris Academy, because they love to change.
Yeah.
So it was called the Priory before, and then do you know what it was quite hard because of in terms of race as well. Like I was one of few black people. So to have that, to go into that kind of area, for me, is a bit difficult. But then when I done the Charlton program, training every day, playing football every day, that's something I love. It's
like a pro, innit?
It's unreal. It's actually unreal.
I think one similarity that you, Jid, and Marv have all had is if you've all done that program, innit, the 16 to 18 football education program. And I feel like for someone who wants to become a professional, I feel like if you're not in a pro club or a pro academy at them sort of ages, I feel like the next step is to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that the difference between what you've done, what they done, is that they was actually at a club which was assigned, a pro 16 program which was assigned to a club, whereas you were at one that was assigned to a sixth form but had the Charlton name. Did the Charlton name have like an effect and impact of you deciding to go there, or did you have other options, or was that your only option you had?
So I had the Fulham program as well, was Head Chill.
Yeah,
I had that one, and I had the Charlton one. I don't know why. I actually don't know why I picked the Charlton one, but I just knew that I had to pick one of the two, because if I was going to train every day, they offered the same thing: train every day, match on Wednesday, and then obviously they offered the potential to go into to academies or not, but obviously one thing leads to another. But I didn't really have like a specific reason, but I just knew one of the two was gonna have that goal that I wanted to do, was play football every day.
Yeah. What was like your like experience there? Because I've been at a program like that with Fulham, not at Sedghill, at the Harris Beckenham one, and I feel like before you go there, there's a lot of like dreams sold, and obviously being on the other end of it now, and obviously doing something that they're doing, it's all about them. For them, it's all about numbers, isn't it? So they're going to try and sell as many dreams as they can, especially with the, Charlton's a professional club. Yeah. So they're going to try and sell everything to you and try to say that you can go and train.
Use the name.
Exactly.
Yeah, use the name.
Try and say you can train with the first team or this and that. So what was your experience there? And like, do you reckon like there was any kind of favoritism between players while she was there from the coaches?
With my one, not as much, but I'll speak about like when I was there, I wasn't really playing the position I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I was playing right back at the time, and when I had the first year, and I asked my coach why did he play me right back and not play me wing. He said I had to play you. I had to play you, and when he explained to me a bit more, saying that how I'm a good player, etc. So it kind of playing every day kind of made me think to myself, okay, cool, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna, because they give you that kind of impression, especially when they in the flyers as well. They say, oh, this player's made it from here, and then you think to yourself, especially at a young age as well, you think to yourself, oh, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, 100%. My experience there, to be fair, it wasn't like kind of a like doom and gloom. The first season was a bit bad. Second year, we won the league that year, and then we went to the we actually went to the training ground. We didn't meet the players, so
just went there.
We just went there and trained there. Charlton had that new pitch. They had that new pitch. The
3G pitch.
Yeah, they had that. They let us play on there.
I've been there before.
We took a picture with the coach at the time. I can't remember his name. And then it was literally that's it. So then you don't know, when you have that kind of thing, you don't know where you're gonna go. The impression is, you train every day, win the league or don't win the league, and then after that, there's nothing. You do the FA coaching. To be fair, one thing I would say, they have more of an influence on the coaching than the playing stuff.
Yeah.
If you weren't doing well in the coaching, and then you weren't playing, where are you going to go?
Yeah, of course.
So it's always like that. But with me, there wasn't really any favouritism with any players. I was considered as the favourite player because I always played. But I said to myself, I'm going to make the most of this. And if I don't make it out of here, at least I've gained the ability to play football.
Yeah,
I'm someone who takes information on and make the most of certain situations, and that's what I'd done. And then after that, I went to go play in Essex. My coach got me the chance to play in Essex. So
what team was that in Essex?
Buckhurst still.
Cool.
Buckhurst still and Barking. Those are the two clubs I played for when I left sixth form. But that's why I had the opportunity, and it was a bit successful for me because then I played a bit higher than what I was playing before. But overall, nothing else happened. I didn't get my level 2. I got my FA level 1. Got MVQ level 2 and 1. We did a gym instructor course as well there, so they offered that. So all of these things that they offer, and I don't really use it anymore. So it was a bit of a kind of plain saying, but like I said, I learned a lot in terms of football, and overall my experience was good.
What like experience did you gain from that, which you like use for your day-to-day life now? Like, if there's anything from it, hasn't got to be
getting up early, really.
Your punctuality.
Yeah. Being there on time, because they always gave the impression you've got to be there on time. If you're not there, you don't play. And I was someone who was brought up to make sure I do the right things, and being on time was one of those things. So then I had to get up from around 7 o'clock in the morning to get to school for.
It was a long travel, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lewisham to Orpington. It was a long travel.
You get one bus though, wasn't it?
No, so basically I had to get there for 8:30. Yeah, 8:30. So then the train that I would get, if I got the 8:05, then I'll get there around. I'll get into Orpington for 8:25, and obviously you got to get the bus to school. That's another 10-15 minutes. So now I was going to be late anyway. So I had to leave a lot earlier so I can get to school on time. That's
good though. I think punctuality in life is a key thing.
No, it is. That's why even coming out, I don't want late fines. So
I think punctuality. let me just say that again. I think punctuality in life is a key thing.
Punctuality is a key thing, fam.
Are you pointing to me?
No, I'm looking at that camera.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a key thing, and I think it is. No matter what you do with a footballer, whether you have a 9-to-5 office job, whether you're a ballet dancer, if you can't be punctual, it's just the. Do you know what it is? What I always say is that if you're late, the rest of your day's late.
Oh yeah.
Because everything's moved back.
Because, for example, if you've got a meeting at 9 and you're late to that meeting at 9 and you've got 4 meetings in a day, all them meetings are pushed back.
Yeah.
Which means, do you know what's going to happen? You're going to end up suffering by not eating because you won't have time to eat, because your lunch break you were penciled in for yourself gets cancelled
now.
And you get home later and you're rushing because you're just trying to chase back that time.
And it's what I mean. Or you do it and the plans or the way you plan to get yourself across in those meetings, you got to cut it down because you got to streamline it.
Yeah,
because
it is.
If you're on time, you can organise yourself and get yourself ready and start the day. Nice.
So I think punctuality is in general.
Hey, people who are early win. People who are late lose.
That's a big saying. Big saying.
That's the end.
Yeah, man, I think punctuality is, for me, punctuality is the most important thing, because if you do things early, you're never late. You have room for
yes, man. Other things, you know what I'm saying? That's how you get ahead. That's how you now get ahead, because you've got extra time now.
So I think that's just important. But we're moving on now. So you've done your 2 years there.
Yeah.
And like I said, your career is different to Jid and to Marv, because obviously you're still a young player. So everything's kind of relatively soon, innit? So we went to play for this team in Essex. So like from that team in Essex to kind of like your Saturday League football to now, like explain to us like what's happened, where you've played, and like any success or anything that's like knocked you back a little bit during that time.
How did you get it?
So the one thing I will say that's knocked me back was actually working. I deal with a lot of stuff back at home and everything, so I needed to work. That's why I couldn't. So when I said obviously one thing, I had to work weekends, kind of just to make a bit of more ends meet. So then I had to stop playing football from it. It kind of hurt, but I had to think about my life at the start. So that kind of made me kind of stop it. But then when I went to go play in Essex, it was like I said, it was a difficult thing as well in terms of kind of racial wise and everything. It was difficult, and then seeing a lot of players get opportunities that I thought I should have. I was always on time for training, always there for training, and then not getting that same opportunity, it was a bit detrimental. If I said that right. If I said that right, yeah. So
the grammar police will be in here.
Them corny guys.
But then
guys, man.
I had a coach. The coach I had at sixth form was associated with that club, so that's how I was able to get in.
Yeah.
And he always just made sure to me, just keep going. But then I was still quite young, and I was like, why isn't this working for me? So then I left.
How old were you at this time?
So this was 16, 18. Like 18, 19. Okay. And then he told me keep going, kept going, and then the travel got into the way and everything was all the way in Essex. And Bucket still was like near enough the last stops Barking side around them sides. So then I was like, nah, this travel's long. And then that's when I went to go play Step 6. So I had that opportunity from my coach from my first club I ever joined, which is AFC Lewisham. He knew someone, and then he got me into that club. It was Lewisham Borough. And then what happened, I trained that Wednesday, and I was in the squad for Saturday. So I was like, okay, cool. And I didn't come on first game. I didn't come on. So I was like, okay, cool. This is kind of the level. Because at the time, it's 3 subs. When you get Step 6, it's 3 subs. So then when I found out, I was like, so it's not roll off. So it's a different kind of experience. So even having that.
So you can make your whole journey, because I know in Step 6, what's that? That's combined counties, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So in that league, like you might play a team that's like 2 hours drive away, hour and a half, and you might even play. And especially like Tuesday, Thursday evening ones, they're the worst ones, because you have a long day at work. You'll travel 2 hours. You might not get on, and you might sit on a bench in the pouring rain. Cold. I remember one time, I was playing when I was like 19. I played for Croydon FC, and we went to play Wembley FC. Yeah. We went to Wembley, and I sat on the bench for 90 minutes,
Yeah.
And it was painful.
I had that as well. I had that at Holmesdale as well.
It was painful because I was sat on the bench for 90 minutes, and then it was my first kind of experience in that kind of level. Yeah. And it was mad because it was the first time there was a small crowd there, and it was just mad. And then I thought, this is what football's about. You're playing. This is crazy stuff.
It is. And then I came on.
Furthermore, Chev was playing in that game as well.
I'm about to say you and Chev used to play together, innit?
Yeah. Chev was playing in that game. So Chev was me. I remember I jumped on the minibus because I went training, but as a day Chev didn't go. Yeah. So I jumped on the minibus. And then Chev jumped on, and I was like, oh, raw. So we played for the same team, but Chev was playing left. This is when Chev started playing left back,
Okay.
And I was playing centre back. But their 2 centre backs were like experienced men, and I was still young. So I just remember being on the bench against Wembley, and it was mad.
Chevron played, innit?
Yeah, Chevron played the night. I think he played like majority of the game. We was all still young in it, but
No, it affects you a lot. It affects you a lot. But then that game I came on and I actually scored.
Oh, sick.
Literally same kind of goal I scored for DC's first game. Ran down the wing, skipped the player literally in and out, and then dropped it past the keeper. And then okay, cool. So I thought, all right, this is different now. And then after that, I didn't score for about 2 games. And then after that game, something clicked into me. The coach there, really good coach, his name was Eben. And then he stuck it into my head, you've got to start making a lot more movement. So then he started showing me, in training and everything, he started showing me. The next match happened. That same run he told me to do, I'd done it and I scored.
Pep stuff.
After that, I think I won a goal scoring run of 7.
Wow.
So I started getting 7-day offers because at the time that's what they were offering in that league. And then nothing happened from that. But then what happened? I think the next season happened and we got a new coach. I was there for about 2 seasons, got a new coach second season. And then things were going downhill, but I still consider myself as a very, very good player. So I said to myself, I shouldn't be here. And then we're fighting for the league. The worst thing about going to a team that's fighting for the league, they have their players set. They have everything set.
It's
so you come in there, it's a case of, it's a motivation kind of thing. You've got to try and
break through.
And you've got to be better than the players already got.
Exactly. Yeah. And that was difficult because when I went there, the stature of players just went up. They were all tall. They screamed at each other, everything. Like it was a proper club. And then I hardly got on when I went there. Got on. Those games where 90 minutes, the same thing like you. Not gone. I travelled to, the team was called Punjab FC. That's what they were called. I think they played in Glebe. Not Glebe. Gravesend. And that's far. Got there, didn't play. So then, after that, I know I had to go into work and everything, but even after that, having that kind of thing, I was just like, can't do this anymore. I can't, like, that kind of feeling. And then that's where it kind of ended for me, and I'm back at the same club I started off at, because they've got a men's team now, so I play Saturdays. And then that's where it kind of dropped.
So what team you got now?
AFC Lewisham.
Oh, okay, cool. What league are they in? Div 1?
Yeah. Or it might be a bit lower. I can't remember off the top of my
But in
head.
Div 1 of ours?
No, the Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's not really like a high level, but standards alright.
But you know, it's about just playing, especially at a young age. Yeah, so just about playing consistently at a first team level.
Keep yourself,
and just getting
that experience.
Just getting, you know, your positive, your what's it called, the experience going.
Yeah.
Getting the goals and getting the appearance under your belt, because at a what's it called, at any level, especially now, because obviously COVID's happening, a lot of non-league clubs are looking further and further down the field because they want to get a player on a bargain. They want to get a young player on a bargain, and they want to get a player that's young, that's had first team experience.
Yeah.
Because something that I always tell the academy boys is that, you know, there's players that have been at like Premier League academy clubs or Championship academy clubs, and you'll find like they'll have to drop down to Conference League because even though they've had such an experience and the best quality of coaching, they're just not quite ready for men's team football. Whereas like yourself, if you was to go from like that league and you keep working and someone sees you, you know, you're going to find yourself competing and playing with players that have had a career and are playing at a very good level. And I think for you, at such a young age, I think the best thing for you to do is obviously just keep working, keep trying. And I think one thing I always say as well is don't jump around clubs.
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
You need to get some consistency in a team, and for obviously managers looking as well.
CV, it can look mad. It's just like me jumping on different jobs.
Yeah,
like they're gonna ask me, oh well, why can't you hold one down?
Yeah,
it doesn't look good.
And it's like, you know, there's like, for example, like I mentioned last time, like my friend Ethan Pinnock, he plays for Brentford now in the Championship.
All right,
but his whole career's had 4 clubs. And his whole career's had 4 clubs. He played for Dulwich Hamlet from youth. Yeah. Got into the first team, played, I don't know, more than 100 games for them. Won loads of accolades there. From there, he got a move to Forest Green, which is, so he was playing Blxck League. Got a move to Forest Green, so he went full time. He had to move everything to Gloucestershire. His whole family, they paid for his whole apartment, everything. He played 1 season for Forest Green Rovers. They won the playoffs, yeah, and got promoted to League Two. On the back of that, he got moved to Barnsley, who were in the Championship. He got relegated. They got promoted back again, and then off of that, he got a move now to Brentford, and he just got a 5-year contract, like last month. And no one in that Championship football,
Unheard of.
You don't get them sort of
don't get them
contracts. Like, you get them in Premier League, but
Yeah.
in the Championship you get like 1, 2, 3 max. But you
Yeah.
get a 5-year contract, so
Yeah.
and that's just him. I think he's the perfect example to look at because he's 27 now, but he didn't get his break until he was like 24,
Never gave up as well.
23. So I'm saying, so he was just never gave up. He was very consistent, and the professionalism he showed, not just even like playing football, just as a person.
Yeah.
Like, I want to try and get him down here and just talk to everyone, and just, you know, everyone to meet him, because the way he carries himself as a person, you can just get in the vibe of him. You can tell why he is where he is, because he, you know, got his hands dirty. He really wanted this, and he didn't have he's not got a big ego. He's not like thinks he's the best of the best of the best. He just knows his own capabilities, and like I said, at 24 years old, he went from working with me to leaving his job the next day, having to go to Gloucestershire to now become a professional footballer.
That's
Far
That's
up there.
crazy.
Like they almost got promoted. Like deep.
That is crazy.
Brentford.
Oh, Brentford. Even Brentford, Brentford got to play a final last year.
Brentford final against Fulham. Like,
If they would have won, he'd have been a Premier League
he'd be
footballer.
Premier League footballer.
Mad.
In 4 years.
That's mad.
That's what I'm saying. So like in 4 years, he's gone from playing football part time, working. At the time, he was working.
Yeah.
He just had a kid. He was going to university,
Had a lot on, boy.
Beast.
and he was playing
Had a
football.
lot on.
Yeah?
Beast.
He's gone from that to, you know, playing Championship football. They're
Doing his thing.
they're doing well. They're in the playoffs at the moment.
Live on TV.
And it
as
is
well.
he didn't become a Premier League player in 4 years, but he'll become it in 5. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I'm saying. So like,
Trust me.
and I feel like that's the perfect like blueprint to follow, because like I just said, especially now because of COVID, so many clubs they haven't got money. They ain't even got money to, if you're a promotion chasing team, they ain't got money to pay wages for an experienced player. They're gonna have to go and look for someone who's younger, who's going to be cheaper for them but can do a good job, or they can develop to do a really good job. And I think for them as well, it's like they'll have to run it like a business. So for example, if a decent team went and signed you for next to nothing or for free, in a year's time, 2 years' time, you can make them 300 grand.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, and they'll be happy to part way with that because you've done your job there, you've made them 300 grand, and that 300 grand can then rebuild the whole football club. So I think as a young player, you just got to keep pushing, keep working hard, and you need to just stay focused.
And also as well, like, just personally to you, don't just, like, you could be that player. Like, 1 or 2 moves can change your whole life.
Yeah.
Like, my friend Chevron, like, plays, he, like, comes, watches our games, and he plays for Billy Ricky. Like, bro, last year, it weren't, like, 4 years ago, or 2 years ago, it wasn't even that. Like, 1 move can change your whole life.
Yeah.
Like, where he's playing now, he puts in a good shape, he does well. 1 more move could change his whole life. There's another guy, Jamie Maskell. He worked at where I work, my 9-to-5 job, He played for Dulwich Hamlets, and he got a move to Charlton. Changed his whole life, went full time. Now he plays for Bolton in League 2. He got promoted with
Wycombe Wanderers, isn't it?
with Wycombe Wanderers, and he got moved to Bolton.
Yeah,
Like, like a few moves can change your life.
And
like,
again,
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
still-
He's young.
He's still relatively young, and that's why you just got to keep
But
pushing.
you know, he's young, but like you know, I think we've got this conception that like to make it to Prem or to make it professional, you got to be in an academy your whole life. You don't, man. He worked with me in my office, played football.
It's the same as Tyrone Mings. If you look at Tyrone Mings, he was like at 20 or 18 or 19. He was a financial advisor.
That's late, you know. That's late.
I think even later than that.
That's late.
His first move was when he went to Ipswich, and that was he was playing for Chippenham. Then he got moved to Ipswich, and he was, how old is he now? He's 27 now, so he must have been like 23.
Like, you know how late that is?
24. He got his first pro move
Yeah.
from Chippenham to
Late.
Ipswich, and then he went to Bournemouth. That didn't really work out for him. Went to Villa, and Villa's where he really took off. But
Established now, isn't it?
these are things, and obviously the GOAT of all the non-league to Premier League stuff is Jamie Vardy. He got his first pro move at 27.
Crazy.
Fleetwood, isn't it?
27.
Fleetwood.
Do you understand that? 27 years old.
No, he went from Fleetwood to Leicester at 27.
Oh yeah.
Or it was always his old club to Fleetwood.
And
I
it
can't
is.
remember.
And look what he's doing now in the Prem. Destroying.
Numbers, innit?
And one thing as well
Bro.
that
Dealing with no.
one thing as well that I know I took from the interview with Jid, yeah, is that you see when you play football at a young age, and I've said this to you before, and this is why Jamie Vardy, there's no decline from any time soon. When you're playing football at academy level for all these years, when you get to 30-something years old, your body breaks down.
Yeah, wear and tear on your body.
And this is why someone like Jamie Vardy, who's not had that conditioning at a pro club, who's just played non-league football, didn't really take care of himself properly. He's 33 years old now, or 30, whatever, and he's still playing like he's 27.
He's hitting his prime now.
Because his body, he's not slowing down. His body hasn't had that wear and tear, and his body hasn't had
makes
that
sense, innit?
kind of like overplaying. Whereas like Jid, who's played hundreds of hours of football, after like a game and a half, his body feels it. That's what I'm
Imagine
saying.
some guys have played football flat out for 20 years. Like, do you know how long that is? That constant strain in your body, and football's a very intense sport. The training is very demanding. Like someone like Jamie Vardy, who hasn't had to do that, now his body's fresh to do it. That's what I'm saying. So it's different. So people should look at that and see, you know what, there might be an advantage there. There might be something I can take from that, and ways I can go down that route. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, well, obviously we've touched base on your Saturday football. So we have to now talk about the elite.
Let's talk about where it is now, baby.
Talk about the GOAT team. Well, GOAT to B team.
GOAT to B team.
So talk about how you come across DC.
Yeah.
And talk about I want to talk about first impressions.
How do you find us? Let's get with that.
Well, I gotta be honest. Nah, I found it on Instagram, and then do you know what? I played for a Sunday team last year and won the London Cup.
What team was that?
FC Kopaz. FC Kopaz. And then I wasn't really gonna play Sundays, and then when I saw on Instagram, I was like, okay, cool, all right. Pumic it. I saw a lot.
You saw.
Yeah.
You saw the rollout, innit?
Yeah. And then
package that.
I came to, and then I messaged on Instagram, and I said, yeah, I come down. I wasn't available for the Sunday game, so then I came to training. And then when I saw Marv, because I used to play with Marv, we had a Tuesday team, and I played with Marv. I was like, okay, cool. So there's
you know Marv? You know Marv?
I didn't know you knew Marv before.
No, I've known Marv before. Yeah, I've known Marv before. And then I was like, alright, cool. And then when I saw the standard, I was like, okay, it's gonna be worthwhile. And then I think the numbers kind of dropped. And then when I went to play in the friendly, that's when I started to see the players. Even though the pitch weren't great and everything, but you could tell there's footballers there.
Yeah.
And when I say I don't like wasting my time, but then when I've seen that and I see good players and I see people that actually want to be there, I'm like, you know what, cool. The vibe and everything, the cameras don't really mean anything to me. As long as I like the vibe and everything, it's calm. So the first impressions, I feel like once we win the game, it's going to be over. I feel like, once we win the game, it's going to be over.
I think, do you know, it is as well. I think that from, obviously, we went out our first pre-season game, but our first pre-season game to where we're at now, I feel like the quality of players and just the standard of everything has risen about
chemistry,
100 million %.
Everything.
And we've had to recruit new players because we found holes in different parts of the pitch, and it's come to a point now where I look at the team for this Sunday, and it's like, yeah, this is peak.
We are ready.
I honestly feel like
This
once
is
we start
wartime.
winning, it's going to be.
And you know, as well, it's one of them ones as well where it's one of them ones where I don't understand how we haven't won games.
I hate this. You know what it is, man? See, at night, you can't sleep. He's really deep in it. He's like, but how?
I don't understand how. Obviously, there's games where I look at it and think, you know what, we deserve to get piped.
That game, yeah, we deserve.
Not even piped, just outplayed,
beaten.
Right, we deserve it, and I can take them losses a bit more subtly. But the last 2 games we had, I couldn't get our head around it because I feel like in both games we was the most dominant team. Player for player, I'd say we had better players than them. It just was something a bit missing. But what would you think? Like, what would you say? Like, because like I said, I can't get my head around it, and I'll just stop thinking about it. But what do you think
is the reason?
What do you think the reason is? Like, because you know it as well. Like, people look at the scores and be like, you know what? What's this team? This team?
Yeah, this team's dead.
No,
But you know it is mad. Quickly though, like even like some spectators have come down to watch our games, and they've watched our games, and they've been like, wait a minute, you lot are sick. Like how has this happened? Like even everybody's confused right now. So like, do you have any thoughts? Like, what do you think?
I had,
like,
you know, as well.
far
I had a meeting with the league, like last week, I had a meeting with the league about restart, and they have said to me, because they do like mad inspections in it, and they was like, we don't understand how you haven't won a game.
Do you know what it is for me? I just think we got to be ruthless. I feel like there's been times where I should have been. I think the game where we lost 4-3 to what's that team called that we lost 4-3 to? Yeah.
First game.
No, not first.
First game of the league. Or the league, or what you mean?
Like the derby game.
The West Wick game.
West Wick. That's games like that. I should have took my chances, but I feel like we have to take our chances, and I feel like once we have momentum, we got to keep that momentum going. Football's all about momentum. If you let the momentum die out, then you're allowing that other team to come on. I feel like everything else is fine. Like I can't say anything from top to bottom. I can't say anything's wrong, but I feel like momentum.
I feel like, do you know what it is as well? I feel like because it's a new team, and every week there was like a new player.
We didn't have time to gel and formulate as a team.
It disrupts things. So now we've had a team where they've played games together.
Familiar faces.
They've all got good chemistry with each other. They all know how each other plays, and you know they've been training together. I feel like now once we, you know, when we play our next game, it's like, okay, cool. We was badding up teams, not winning. Was badding up teams before. With, you know, not good chemistry, everything weren't quite there. So, like, what's gonna happen now? So I'm saying,
it's time for.
And you know, as well, it's like one of them ones where it's one of them ones where, you know, like people laugh at us.
No,
people laugh at us, and you know as well, let them laugh, because sooner or later we'll be the last ones laughing.
The trenches works has helped as well. Shout out them, because I feel like once I go into Sunday's game, I'm gonna be so sharp. It's gonna be unreal. I'm gonna be so sharp, and I've taken a bit of a rest, and I feel good now. Gyms are back open, and I'm more focused on kind of developing myself as well, and to help the team. And I just love like I said, I love the vibe. I love how it's run here, and there's nothing really I can't complain about. It's just once we start winning, I know it's going to be peak.
So
I know it's going to be peak.
Are we saying that what top goal scorer this season for the league? Not even
100%.
Oh, he said that light. Hear that?
He said I'm a wide attacking player. Like
it's light.
The thing is with me, I've developed like goal scoring now, like as a winger. Because as a winger, if you don't have goal scoring, then it's not really.
Because you know, there's one quick thing that we haven't had yet. We haven't had a game where we've had CM and Jamie on the wings.
No.
And that's where the issues are going to start. Like, I'm not even going to talk about issues, but from what I've seen with my own eyes and from what I can visualise in my head, we're basically like the Galacticos. Like, we are like
big tall.
The Galacticos of Sunday League football.
Right now we're like PSG though.
No.
Shit.
No, listen.
Feel me?
Listen, we've started like Real Madrid this season.
No, we have still.
Yeah. We've been abysmal.
We have.
Listen, recruitment's been.
You know, it is. It's about being real right now. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You can see the results. We can't hide from
it. Exactly. And
listen, all you teams there, everybody's laughing. Everybody, because it is. What I know is that you lot watch our videos every week. I'm not even being deep. Yeah. You lot want to beat us, fam. You lot. So you're not gonna play DC. You don't go out night before. You go bed early. Yeah.
So Sunday, talk us through Sunday. Like what your preparations for Sunday, and what do you reckon the score's gonna be? Obviously, we've played Brockley twice now. Once in pre-season, once with the last game before lockdown. So what are you expecting from them? And like what do you think the score's going to be? And like how are you going to prepare yourself for that game coming up?
Well, with me anyway, the way I've set myself up for any game, really, obviously not before I eat well anyway, so obviously going to go gym this week and everything, pump up a little for the game. But no, overall, I'm just going to go into that game as I would with any other game, really. Like it's a big game. I want to win. I want us to finally get a win so we can put points on the board. How they're going to set up, I feel like they know the pace that we have, so I feel like they might drop off a bit, but I haven't seen much of them for me to think they're gonna do that.
I hope they don't do that.
Yeah, but overall, I think score 4-1, 4-1. Me with 2. Who else?
Why
I
not?
think is Josh there?
Just read.
Yeah. 4-1. Me therefore 2. I'm not too sure the other goals, but I feel like we will concede. But yeah, 4-1. My score predictions.
No, I think Sunday will be a good game, especially since it's a cup game as well.
Yeah.
And I think we want to have a good cup run. We want to go as far.
What's your prediction?
I thought it was a league game.
No, so we're back with a cup game, innit?
Oh, okay,
So,
I got that wrong. All right.
I can't remember. I think it's called the Blxck Dxstrct Cup.
Stanton Cup. But yeah, let's get some silverware in it. What? Yo, Dole, what's your prediction for the game? What do you think?
5-0.
Shit, that's what you want. That's what you want.
5-0. Do you know why? Do you know why I say 5-0?
Go ahead.
Because if you look back at the last game we played against them, we missed a lot of one-on-one opportunities. We missed 6 one-on-one opportunities, and apart from one of their goals, which they scored, the others were keeper errors, innit?
Yeah.
Obviously, we've
Corrected that now.
We've recruited and we've changed and all that stuff up. So I think we've taken away the keeper errors, and especially how dominant we was in that game, and missing the key one-on-one opportunities. I can't, not even just saying this, I don't see them as an attacking threat.
Mm-hmm.
Like the goals they scored were, like I said, goalkeeper errors, which could have easily been avoided if someone more experienced and more commanding was in goal.
Yeah.
Whereas we was on top of the majority of the game, and they kind of tried to park the bus and sit and play 2 low blocks where it didn't work because technically and tactically as a team was better than them, but on the day they was better than us because they got the 3 points.
Yeah.
They finished their dinner, which we didn't. So I'm expecting at least 5-0. What about you?
Me?
I think a clean sheet's pivotal.
You know what? A clean sheet would be pivotal. It'd be great for morale of the team as well. We need that. But I think I'm going to go with Jamie's 4-1. I think we will concede 1. I think we'll concede. It's the first game back. Although it would be nice to not concede a goal, I think we will concede a goal.
Personally, I would rather win 2-0 than 4-1 because we need, me as a person, innit? I think if you can show and you have good game management, you can command games and not concede goals.
Open and close them when you please. It'll be good.
That's better than obviously.
Hey, listen, I'd rather have 1-0 victories win the league than have bare high scoring games where we concede bare and so on.
Do you know as well? You see when you win games 12-0 and that, you can't learn as a team.
No.
Because you're just winning 12-0s and
You
stuff.
destroyed them. There's nothing to know.
Yeah.
Apart from you destroyed them instead.
So, yeah, I reckon.
5. Well, you think 5-0?
I do reckon 5-0.
I think 4-1.
I'll stick with my 4-1.
I think 4-1.
I'll stick with my 4-1.
I think 4-1.
So cool. So DC.
Snags. What about you? We tell me.
Score's gonna be it's gonna be 4-2.
4-2. What? Okay. So now, and why? What? 4-2 for what?
I don't know. Just everyone's sharp. We're definitely winning either way.
The reason
We're winning either way.
But yeah.
We just need to make sure we don't
concede silly goals.
Remember, it's our first time in a game situation after the preparation like this, so that's why I do think
And,
it's a bit
and
different.
another thing as well, we got to remember, we had Marvin not in the team last game because he was suspended. That makes a big difference.
Massive. Massive difference.
We're more of a Jamie's. You didn't play in the.
I played in the first game.
Not in the second one.
Not the second
Jamie's back in the team. That makes a huge difference.
Important.
Players are fitter. that makes a difference.
More hungry.
More hungrier, because I feel like everyone knows that, you know.
Everyone knows what is now required of them.
Yeah.
It's like time for games is over now.
Exactly. So I think that's what it's all about. But Jamie, before we move on, what do you want to achieve from DC? And
What, this season or as?
this season and as a whole.
This season, I just want to be able to get a squad, a consistent 11. That's the main thing I want. I want to be able to know who I'm playing with. Marv, I play on the left. I know how Marv plays now. But there's certain players that aren't here all the time. And with Sunday, it's hard sometimes. But I would love to get a consistent... I would love a cup run. Love a cup run. I would love at least... Obviously, final. That's the main goal. At least a semi-final. So we can improve on that. Because we're still a new team. But for overall, obviously me top goal scorer as well this season. But as I want to be able to stamp my name, I want to be able to be remembered in DC. For as however long we go, I want to be remembered. So I want to leave my stamp on the quick winger. That's how I want to be. So
you said for however long we go. So that means you want to be remembered forever then.
Forever.
Rumour has it you got a 39-year contract at the club.
Scary, man.
Rumour has it. So yeah, I just want to, like I said, cup run. At least a semi-finals final, consistent 11, top goal scorer. But overall,
it would be good if we won a cup run.
Oh,
that would be, hey, bro, I'd love that.
The cup finals at Bromley Football Club.
Yeah, that's a nice place.
It's a good day out.
Yeah, it's a great day out.
We can all come in our checkered suits.
Yeah, no, DC suits everything. We'll come nice. We'll come nice.
Checkered suits.
Yeah, that'll be a big day.
Sounds like coming to boot cuts.
Boot cuts, loafers and socks, fam. Ah, man.
You're coming tights. Look what you're wearing now.
Mate.
Hey, zoom in on that.
What do you guys hope for? What do you guys hope for?
Joe, you wanna go first?
This season?
Yeah, this season.
A high league finish, because the season's relatively young. There's been 4 games.
It's true, yeah.
No one can write anything off. It's his Sunday League football.
Wait.
We've also just come back.
No one can write anything off after 4 games. Just remember you said that.
You can't. Exactly.
No, it is way too early.
No one can write anything off the 4 games.
No, I know that. No, I know that. We know that.
Yeah, so no one can write anything off the 4 games.
It's off-camera antics as well.
And also, you're comparing the Premier League.
Hey, listen, football league. Listen, football's football, innit?
Hey, there is a big gap between that.
Of course there is.
So
you know that, but listen, 4 games can't write nothing off.
Listen, so no one can write anything off, yeah. So at the bottom, we sit, but we're coming just back off of a second lockdown. Teams may have lost their momentum and all of that good stuff. So I want a high league finish, and I want a very good cup run. Ideally, I want to win something, because talk is cheap, and unless you do something successful,
I mean, it's
irrelevant.
Yeah, I want to. It'd be good to get a high league finish. Hey, I'm not gonna say nothing, but you can't write nothing off in it. 4 games, so the high league finish would be good, and ideally to win a cup, whether it be league or a cup.
Yeah, one of the two.
Some
silver would be good.
It'd be very good.
I feel that would be the United, where you know how United just come out of where they came out of lockdown.
Yeah.
That's how we was. I just feel like that's how we'll move.
What I will say though on that is that
Wait, United.
Maybe not United. Maybe like what we'll say is that obviously the Premier League right now.
That team in it.
Keep that.
Obviously, the Premier League right now, I believe that there's only one team, maybe 2, that's really going to win it. But if you look at Man City at the moment, they sit like 14th in the Premier League. They're not going to remain there.
Nah.
Yeah, they're not
going to remain there.
Let's not be silly.
Impossible.
Arsenal, they might just stay there.
Whereas they'll finish high up the league. So it's like, we're bottom. We're not going to remain there.
4 games in. Come on. And it is. We got to play everybody. We're going to get to play everybody again anyway. So that's just what it is. So now, Sunday, check. Training, check. Everything's ready. How do you think you're going to do on Sunday? Do you think you're gonna have an impactful performance, or you know, and who do you think is gonna stand out on Sunday as well, based on what we've been doing?
Who I think is going to stand up? I feel like as an individual players or I feel like what I will say is I feel like we'll counter with so much pace. We'll be so much sharp on that. I wouldn't want to say that individual performance. I wouldn't want to, obviously myself and everything. I wouldn't want to say anyone individually. I feel like as a team we will
come together.
We will come together. I feel like, especially in the training that we've been doing, there's so much good play. There's so much good things I could say about it. I can't really say anything bad because one, we benefit a lot fitness wise. We're sharp, so I feel like everyone as a whole is going to do well on Sunday. I feel like.
Cool. All right.
Well, Jamie. Lenzo.
That's my name. Don't worry.
Jay Snags. We're gonna test your knowledge.
Hey.
On football.
Let's get it.
Okay.
On football. So, how do we run this? Do you wanna do it?
I'm gonna test all three.
Okay, cool. So how will that?
Three of us.
D.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll go
Jay.
Jay.
Do you wanna?
No. Can I say Zeus?
Yeah, you can say that.
So I'm gonna throw some questions at you lot, yeah?
I'm a musician.
Cool, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You ready, yeah?
I'm a
So
musician.
basically, when you know the answer, yeah. So basically, Jamie, just moving forward, like every guest album, we're gonna do a little quiz, and we're gonna have like a tally, and we're gonna see which player from DC knows the most. So I'm saying, so you're the starter.
No.
The old,
Alright, cool.
the old timers like Marv and Jid, like because they're just a bit. Oh, we couldn't let them in just yet. You know what I'm saying? So you need to, as a young boy, you need to.
You know, it's like Top Gear, yeah. You know, do the lap round the
Yeah, this is it, and then we're gonna slap it on the board or something.
Ready,
On the board.
Alright, cool.
Ready, boom.
Alright, cool. I'm ready.
DJ Zeus.
Right. Who was the last Man United player to win the Ballon d'Or before Cristiano Ronaldo?
Jay.
Ooh, I think
No,
it's
it was me.
Yeah.
Man United player, last Man United player to win it.
To win
Yeah.
it.
Did they have to play for Man United at the time they won it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The lot. Yeah.
Oh, what?
I was definitely next.
Oh?
You just said it louder than me.
Wait, are you sure? You sure they have to play for Man United at the time
Yeah,
they won it?
yeah.
yeah.
The last Man United player. Yeah.
Hey, he's got to have a countdown.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's before Ronaldo.
Yeah. Before Ronaldo. 3,
Oh.
Yeah, before Ronaldo.
Before Ronaldo.
Three.
Yeah, you thought. No, I'm done.
2.
Alright, cool. Us two.
You too.
Read the question out again.
Yeah.
Who was the last
Before
Man
Ronaldo.
United player
Oh.
to win the Ballon d'Or before Cristiano Ronaldo?
I know.
Yeah, go on. Who?
What you?
No,
No,
you
go
say
on.
go on.
Go on.
Dennis Law.
No.
D, yeah? Ready for this? You ready for this? Eric Cantona.
No.
Oh, shit.
So the answer is George Best.
Oh, I was gonna say. Oh,
Yeah.
joke man. We're all joke man. I thought we're actually all joke man.
No, do you know what it was? That's going back right in there. So
No,
1-0.
Yeah, but that's poor from
Yeah.
us.
That's
That's 1-0. Cool. Next question.
You lot should get this, you know.
Cool. Ready?
Which current Premier League team has launched a bid to be officially recognised as the oldest professional?
No,
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
that's fucking shit. You know why that's dead? Because I said it first. I said it first. 1-0.
What was that question?
I am robbed.
Been recognised as the old football club basically in the world. Which Premier League team?
It's
Oh, okay.
Alright, cool.
That's a
Next
fluke
question.
run.
You better not get 0.
I can't get 0. I'm still throwing up about that first question
ready,
though.
I'm
Cool.
looking at you, all of you now.
Yeah, go.
Which player has made the most Premier League appearances in history?
James.
Ooh, yeah.
You.
In history.
Yeah.
Oh, in history.
I know though.
Actually, no.
I know.
Oh. Is it Gareth Barry?
Yep. There you go.
Hey, no, hold on.
There you go.
Sorry, over there as well. Yeah. Come on,
I ain't
let's
got a point.
go.
I ain't got a point.
At least you got one. You got the ground running because you know it is. You don't be that guy right at the bottom of the park.
No way.
I'm a musician. I'm
No
a musician.
Because you might
I'm a
score
musician.
20 goals, but the DC quiz you're gonna
It's
be
out
at
of
the
12, by the way, yeah?
bottom. Out of 12.
Out of 12.
Cool.
Out of
There's
12.
10 more.
There's 10 more.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ready, yeah?
Just do a little bonus question.
No,
as
no
well.
more, no more.
9 more.
We done 3.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, you're done for yeah.
Which team has spent the most seasons in the Italian league?
James.
See you again.
Italian league?
In Italian league?
Ooh.
I thought it was a Premier League question. It was a Premier League question.
Oh,
That's
okay. Alright. I'm going to have a guess at this one because I'm out of 3 in it. Is it Milan?
Which one?
One. What is that noise?
AC.
No.
Who was next?
I know it's not either of the Milans, that's for sure. It's actually not. Lazio.
Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Hey, what? Hey, this is bullshit.
Do you know what the maddest thing is? When he goes, what Milan?
Yeah.
That gives away the answer.
Yeah, but that's...
Because why is it?
It could be a trick thing, bro.
No, if he goes, what Milan? It's got to be one of them.
Juventus got relegated. I knew it went Juventus. So,
Cool. I need to fix up.
This next one. How many top division domestic titles had Chelsea won prior to
DJ.
One.
Yep, correct.
wait, you're a Chelsea fan, isn't it?
Yeah.
A United fan, so you asked me about the question, to be fair.
Right. How many? That's 5.
Yeah. What's the score?
3-1. 3-1-0.
Yeah.
Who's got?
Oh wow. He just tried to say.
Which goalkeeper kept the most clean sheets in Premier League history?
David James.
No.
Zeus. Petr.
Yep.
Thank you.
3-1-1.
Thank you. Let me get my little point then. Let me get started now. And then the Australians, man.
Alright.
Yeah.
What have we got in there? Ready, yeah?
Yeah.
Has Abramovich won the Champions League?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
No, come on.
Yes. Is he won Champions League? That's what you asked, isn't it?
The answer is no.
Yeah, he's never won a Champions with another club. Is your question, isn't it?
Yeah, but we didn't.
No, you
jumped in. Finish.
So what? So what? Well, no one's getting that point.
So
then.
no one gets that
Yeah,
point.
no one gets that point. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Right. How many Ballon d'Ors has Messi?
6. It is 6. Don't even. That's
Yeah.
old. Yeah, it's 6.
3-2-1.
Yeah. Who's got one? Okay.
How many questions? We done 7, no, innit? 5 more left.
I've lost count.
No, it's 2.
3, 2, 1. But then we skipped one because
We
no one got
skipped.
it.
Yeah.
We skipped
We
2.
skipped
Oh,
2.
skip 2.
George Best.
George Best and
Oh, yeah.
that one.
So we got 4 questions left, yeah?
Cool.
Alright,
All
cool.
for the take. Anyone can win.
Anyone can actually win now.
Yeah, literally.
Which Premier League or English Football League team is known as the Valiant?
Oh shit.
The Valiant.
Yeah.
Oldham Athletic.
No.
Jay. What's the
The
thing?
Valiant.
The Valiant.
Valiants.
The Valiants.
It's a tough one still.
Is it
Oh, I know this one.
the Villa?
No.
Okay.
You might as well take a shot in it. Stab in the dark, mate. You know what I mean? Shit. Reading?
No. Answer is Port Vale.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
tough,
thought we
so-
sang like that, though.
That's why I said fucking Oldham Athletic.
Right.
One of them.
Ready?
Yeah, like, I couldn't
Bomb
think of it.
teams.
3 more questions.
Cool.
Which Premier League or English Football League team is known as the Cod?
Yes. What? What me?
Oh.
What?
The what? I couldn't hear.
Well,
the
no,
last
you
bit.
can't repeat the question. Remember that?
No, to be
Yeah.
fair, I did say the full question though before you
Yeah.
said it.
No, he did that.
No, I
I'll
did.
give him that.
The Cod Army.
The Cod Army.
Yeah. That's not a tough one actually.
Plymouth Argyle. Plymouth Argyle.
No.
Oh
If
shit.
he
man.
if he ever got that.
The Cod Army. Hey, these names.
I'm
got
gonna say
fixed
a
up,
team
man.
at the seaside in it, Brighton.
Oh, you're even mad. They're the Seagulls. No, not that.
That's it, bro. You just disrespect me, that.
That's the wrong fish, bro. That's the wrong animal.
Yeah.
The Cod Army, fam. The Cod.
The Cod Army.
Fish and chips team, bro.
Canterbury.
It's Fleetwood Town.
Ah, Fleetwood Town. We talked about Fleetwood a second ago as well.
Cool. 3 more
Like, we're all
questions, yeah?
very, very,
We're gonna
very
do-
Very,
similar.
very rubbish. Very, very trash.
What should we do?
And you're the most trash.
Hmm?
Yeah, man.
I'm almost alright, cool. Anyone say it?
Alright, ready, yeah? Which player was sold for the highest transfer fee ever?
D.
Didn't let him finish the question.
I'm gonna go Premier League, innit?
Surely
D. I'm next. Who's next?
Zeus. I'm obviously.
I didn't say an answer yet.
Alright, cool.
3, 2,
Coutinho or something.
yeah. You're right.
Hey, no, that is a tip thing. What? I was gonna say Neymar, you know. Hey, what? Right, so that's 3, 2, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, mad.
It's
talking too much. I was talking too much.
2 questions left.
No, it's 1.
1. So this can take it to a tie break or...
Yeah, it's something sudden death or.
What's that one? Alright, cool. Ready, yeah? I don't think you lot will get this still. Name the only ever English winner of the European Golden Boot.
Jesus! Ain't getting it.
European Golden Boot.
Yeah.
I know this one.
I know
I
this one as
actually
well.
know it as well.
I know it. I know it.
English.
Yeah.
Rooney.
No.
D, yeah?
Yeah.
Kevin Phillips.
Yeah. Did you win?
Yeah, you won.
Oh, you won. Okay, cool.
So, guys, Jamie, as our first DC quiz master,
Yeah.
you are not the master.
You scored 2, fam.
You scored 2. So basically,
That's how it goes, yeah?
No, I'm gonna.
If you win the quiz, you get entered into the finals later on this
Yeah.
season. So the finals will be like 3 players. And we'll test you man out. But
I don't think anyone will get more than 2.
so Jamie, I think the quiz master had decent questions, but on this occasion he just wasn't cut out for
2 points.
2 points. But it's fine. Let's give him a big clap. Woo!
Pleasure.
You'll be the first person on the DC leaderboard with 2 points. Next time we'll get you one. But
Hey, you're the top of the league as well.
you're the top of the league.
How about that?
I don't think anyone is gonna.
But you know another thing as well. You're the top of the league and the bottom of the league at the same time.
That's no.
That is a mad
That's
stat.
mad. Mid-table, everything. You are the
Do
league.
you know, I'm hoping someone gets 0.
But
Someone gets 0.
Jamie, I'm gonna let you know now, and you got a few days to think about it.
Okay.
Sunday
Yeah.
is your initiation test, so you better have a song.
Shit.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah, she is.
You better have a song ready,
Sing one of mine now.
and yeah, just get your vocals ready. Yeah, good luck. But yeah,
Calm.
Jamie, it's been a pleasure having you on.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me on.
It's been
Thank
a
you.
pleasure
Anytime.
learn more about you. It's been
Yes.
a pleasure having you part of the team.
Definitely.
And we go into Sunday, we're ready. We're looking to get the win and go through to the next round of the cup. Guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Comment down below if you've got any questions for Jamie. And for our match details for Sunday, obviously you need to make sure you stay safe, so please make sure you come with your masks on just to avoid any disruption. But please feel free to come down, watch us on Sunday in our cup game versus Brockley. The information will be put on our Instagram channel. And if you see us, please make sure you come and say hello.
We don't bite.
We don't bite, we're a friendly club. But yeah, peace out.
I had to piss, fam.
Really? We're the kings of the Sunday. On the booth on a Monday. Just took a flight to the